John 15 verses 13 to 17 NIV says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name the Father will give you. This is my command, love each other." This passage is from a discourse of Jesus, where he is instructing his disciples shortly before his crucifixion. Here's a breakdown of these verses. John 15 verse 13. Jesus is emphasizing the depth of his love for his followers by stating that there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. He is foreshadowing his impending death on the cross, where he will lay down his life for humanity, exemplifying the ultimate act of love. John 15 verses 14 to 15. Jesus transitions to calling his disciples friends rather than servants. This elevates their relationship to one of intimacy and mutual understanding. It's an invitation into a deeper, personal relationship where they aren't just obeying commands blindly, but understanding the heart and will of Jesus, being privy to the divine purpose. John 15 verse 16. Jesus reminds the disciples that they didn't choose him, but he chose them. This underlines the idea of divine initiative and election. The disciples are appointed to bear lasting fruit, an allusion to the lives transformed through their ministry, the impact of which should be enduring and far-reaching. Their fruitful lives are tied to the promise that God will respond to their prayers, pointing to the connection between a life of obedience and answered prayer. John 15 verse 17. The passage concludes with a command to love one another, echoing the message of love that pervades the entire discourse. This love isn't just a feeling, but is demonstrated in sacrificial actions, similar to how Jesus is about to demonstrate his love through the sacrifice of his own life. Expounding on the passage. This scripture showcases the core of Christian teaching on love and sacrifice. Jesus, as a model, is preparing to make the ultimate sacrifice, laying down his life for others. He's calling his followers to a similar kind of sacrificial love, to be willing to put others before themselves. The transition from servants to friends is significant. It suggests a relationship with God that is not based on servitude but on intimate knowledge and love. It underscores the dignity and value that Jesus places on his followers. They are partners in his mission, endowed with knowledge and purpose. The emphasis on bearing lasting fruit speaks to the enduring impact that comes from a life lived in obedience to Jesus. Christians believe that when they live in alignment with Jesus' teachings, their lives produce positive, lasting outcomes for themselves and others. This passage underscores the Christian doctrine of grace, that believers are chosen by God, not because of their own merit, but because of his love and mercy. The call to love each other serves as a practical, tangible expression of the divine love they have received. In essence, this passage encapsulates the Christian ethos of love, sacrifice, divine friendship, purpose, and the power of prayer, serving as a foundational text for Christian ethics and spirituality.